In the Hyundai Texans radio studio with us, EJ Speed, Texans linebacker. EJ, how's it going?
It's good, man. Coming off a dub, can't get no better than that, huh?
Absolutely, and you've been playing a lot more. So why has that been? What have you done? What has the defense done? What do you bring into the table here? We can see it, but in your perspective.
Like I said the first time we met, just getting into the new team and kind of like earning the team's trust, the coach's trust, the whole organization trust to where, I can play on a defense who was already solidified before I even came in. You know what I mean? And had their strides of greatness and just, helping them go towards the goal that I want and they want. And, we gelling together. I think it's a longer journey than what's put in front of us right now. Still gaining the trust of my teammates and coaches and stuff like that. I always, want to go into it with a serving mentality. So that's kind of like the mission I'm on, the mission we on.
EJ, it would have been really easy for a veteran, a guy that started, played a lot of big games, made a lot of big plays, to walk in, not start right away, not play a whole lot right away, and be like, man, I'm done. Just have a different attitude about it, just be real negative about it. But you never did. Special teams, you go down and lay somebody out. You found a role, and then that role kept increasing. How come you didn't get frustrated? Or did you get frustrated and yet still know how to handle it in a proper way? Kind of, how has that been for you to kind of start and then just ramp it up each time, but not get frustrated with it?
I'm a common sense guy. It's 53 men on this roster. And in the NFL, it's even a smaller margin to make it on a 53-man roster. And it's only, 5-6 linebackers on every team. So if you're not capable to be a starter, I don't think you would be on a roster.
Yeah.
Everybody in the locker room, and everybody in that locker room can play and start at their respective positions, or they wouldn't be there. So, like I said, it just becomes to a point to where you got to prove, and I've never been scared to prove anything in my life. So
that is true.
Going into it and just proving that I belong. You know what I mean? I came from a D2 school. It wasn't like everything was peaches and cream for me coming into the NFL. I proved that I belong in every situation that I went into in my sports career. So, there's just another obstacle to do it again.
EJ, how gratifying is it to get a shutout in this league? This is the first one for this team in 15 years, and you guys were able to preserve that bagel on the scoreboard.
I think it just goes to the mentality of the guys, man. I feel like it's so many people that's on this roster that want to be the best at everything that they do. Even when we was playing well in games where we didn't give up a lot of points, but we still came up with a loss, the defense never was satisfied with those small amount of points or where the rankings was or anything like that. Nobody talked about that. Everybody was like, man, we need to do what we need to do to win games. So going in with that mentality, I don't think it's going to always be hard to score on the defense when you got 11 guys that think like that, even backups.
So when you guys were in the throes of that, were you guys remind each other, hey, there's a donut up on the scoreboard, let's keep it there, or were you guys just playing the next play?
I think we were just doing us. Nobody even brought up that they didn't have any points.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nobody brought it up until after the game, and Meek, when he did the post-game speech or whatever like that, then he started talking about the stats and zero. Even when we was walking in the locker room, I never heard anybody say, dang, we shut them guys out.
Yeah.
So, I think it was just a standard.
Yeah.
All right, so you're a Texan because you're from Fort Worth. And I think Houstonians, they have this feeling about Dallas, okay? But I think Houstonians are okay with Fort Worth. There's something about Fort Worth that's authentically a Texan place. So you tell me, do a commercial for Fort Worth for me.
Commercial for Fort Worth? Well, I come from a different part of Fort Worth, man. I come from Fort Worth, Lake Como, went to North Crowley or whatever like that. Spent a lot of time on the southwest side of Fort Worth. The stockyards is a big deal in Fort Worth, man. You come down there to the stockyards, get your cattle off, a lot of money in the stockyards, even though they're selling it right now. That's crazy. But, man, North Crowley. If you ever want to see good football, go down to North Crowley, watch, defending state champions, going to go get another one this year. Shout out to Coach Gates. And, that's pretty much Fort Worth in a nutshell, man, right there.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you maybe a tough question, maybe tough to talk about, but I'm asking anyways. You mentioned you went to D2 school. You went to Tarleton. And I'm friendly with the Colts GM, and he said, yeah, we're going to draft the best linebacker from the state of Texas. And I remember it not being somebody that went to Tarleton State. It was somebody else like, oh, he's going to – and then he drafted you. And I was like, EJ Speed, like, great name, Tarleton State. Man, how did that happen? And then I saw you in the field. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But how did you end up at Tarleton State to begin with?
Just recruiting process. I had some family issues going on at the time. It's something I get into another time.
Yeah, of course.
With my brother and everything like that, and I just wanted to stay close to home.
Sure.
So Tarleton State was 45 minutes down the road. I think the head coach at that time, was Kerry Fowler. Coach Lon Reisman, actually running for mayor right now in Stephenville. So shout out Lon Reisman. He was the athletic director at the time.
Yeah.
And they welcomed me with open arms. They knew my situation, allowed me to redshirt my first year just to get my mind and everything right. And it was a perfect time. It was perfect timing. 45 minutes down the street, my family could come see me. I can go home, see my family at that time. And I needed to be close to home at that time.
Yeah, makes sense.
I ended up there and stayed there for the rest of my years and, came out as a 5th round draft pick.
Did you enter the NFL? And it sounds like this isn't the case, but did you enter the NFL like, man, these guys know I can play? Did you enter the NFL with kind of a chip on your shoulder, like, hey, I'm going to go prove to these guys that, even though I went to Tarleton State, I'm damn sure going to be good in this league? Did you feel like you were playing with a little bit of chip on your shoulder?
Definitely. I was so grateful for the opportunity at the time.
Yeah.
The opportunity was golden. Just sitting there on draft day and, third day draft pick guy, you don't know where you're going to fall. In D2, you don't know people even watching the game. So, when you got that call, it was like, dang, and Ballard got on the phone and he told me, like, man, we're going to take you. We got faith in you. Let's come in and do. At that point, with him taking that leap and me going online and seeing that, like, people was bashing him for drafting me and, like, oh, my God, you drafted this guy. We need this and da-da-da. And I'm like, I don't want this guy to be wrong.
Right.
He took a chance on me. I don't want this guy to be wrong. So I went into it. And I was fortunate enough to be in a great linebacking core. Me and Bobby Okereke came in together. That was my brother's guy that we can lean on. I remember doing push-ups and sit-ups and stuff in the room before camp practices and everything. And I got to sit behind and learn behind a guy like Darius Leonard.
Yep.
I backed up Darius Leonard for 3 or 4 years. And, of course, I mean, everybody know how great he was in the league.
Well, we know here.
Yeah, so I got to sit behind him and I got to model things. And we was in a linebacking core with guys like Matthew Adams and Anthony Walker and Zaire Franklin and Bobby Okereke, Darius Leonard. Those were guys. And then Frankie was my assistant special team coach. Bubba was my special team coach.
Right. Yeah.
So it was just a whole bunch of guys that love ball, and it was the intensity of it. So I got a chance to learn and grow, and with the chip on my shoulder that I didn't want them to be wrong.
Yeah.
And with the God-given ability and everything and the hard work that I put into it, it just all kind of like fathom it now.
Yeah.
Here I am in year 7, man.